Well, good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have myself a coffee. It's been very warm today here at the beach. It's about 91 today. Got pretty hot, but I stayed really busy this morning doing some stuff. I had to go to Southport and take care of some things and came back to the house around 1. Ate me a salad from Chick-fil-A. God's Chicken. That's what a friend of mine calls. He said, I go to God's Chicken. That's what he always calls Chick-fil-A. And, yeah, everything was good. Watched me a little motocross racing. Well, it was actually qualifying. Did that. And then I did something that I've not done in a long time. Well, it's been several months. I took me a little evening nap. And I woke up and I felt refreshed and good. And I thought, heck, let's go out and make a video. Even if it's a little one, let's just go out and cruise around the beach a little bit and check stuff out. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And unfortunately, I have some other things to talk to you about that's not so fun. But all in all, we're going to make the best of this day. Good to have you here. Little lengthy intro, huh? Let's get started. So I want to go ahead and talk to you for a moment about kind of the bad news. It's one of those things that I have to address, not because I want to, but I have to address this because it could affect you guys, the viewers of this channel. And what I'm talking about is it has been brought to my attention here recently, or at least over the last series of months, that there is a TikTok account that is downloading or ripping my videos off of YouTube and posting it on their account. So what they're doing is they are like screen recording the YouTube video and then uploading it in parts, because they cannot like put a whole entire YouTube video on TikTok because it's a short form platform, short form video platform. My videos are normally anywhere from 20, some 30 minutes long. So they're taking them, they're doing like part 1, part 2, part 3, all the way through part 7, some of them. And that's how they're re-uploading them to their TikTok account. And it's just not the Hitchhiking Yeti they're doing this to, because the main thing that really kind of sucks is they don't give me any credit whatsoever for what I created. You know, I don't make the greatest videos in the world, but I do this as fun. It's a hobby, it's something to do, and I really enjoy it. And I get to make new friends, and I get to meet some of these people when they come down here to the beach and they see me out and they say hello. You get to meet that person you would have never met before if it wasn't for the YouTube video and having a connection with them like that. So yeah, what I was saying is that they don't give any kind of tag. They don't say this is a Hitchhiking Yeti, hashtag hitchhike. They don't do nothing. They just take the video, upload it to their TikTok, and they just let it roll. And it's not just me they're doing that way. In a way, it's kind of funny because they got some really big YouTubers on there. I'm a small fry compared to a lot of the other people that is on this TikTok channel. Now, they've got some other small creators too, I believe, but there's some really big creators on there, because some of the videos, when I was scrolling through, I would see like Justin Scarred, Adam the Woo, amongst other bigger YouTube creators that maybe I've not watched their videos, but I know their face. I might not know their name right off. I don't want to misspeak, but it is very interesting how many big channels that they have ripped. And even the title of this person's TikTok account is a rip off of a fairly famous YouTube channel back out in California who does a lot of, you know, 80s stuff, retro stuff, and things like that. And I think he even took the person's like avatar or profile face graphics for their YouTube channel, and that is what he used for his TikTok channel. He is absolutely not responsible for one artistic pixel involved with this TikTok channel. And my thing is, the people who contacted me was asking me, am I a part of this? Am I affiliated with it? Because I'm on quite a few of the videos there. And I quickly told them no. I'm not affiliated in any way. So, and they replied back quickly and said, well, if you was, I was going to support this TikTok channel. And I said, well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not affiliated with it. I knew nothing about this really. So I appreciate you bringing it to, you know, smart me up on this is actually going on. And my wife got reading in about it, and supposedly this is a thing. This is the digital age where people do this all the time. So all that being said, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up that this is happening. So if you see me anywhere and it's not on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok channel, or on my Instagram account, it's not me. I have nothing to do with it. So I just wanted to just give a quick little update on that. And now we can move on with our day. Okay, I've doubled back to the skate park and thrown away my coffee cup that I completed because there is no trash cans back here. And now we're gonna take a little ride here on the Greenway and kind of show you what this is like. And we might even make a little quick spin up to the Kure Beach fishing pier and see what's happening up there. See if anybody's catching any fish. Who knows? It's very nice back here, though. Very, very cool. You see people on scooters, like when I'm riding on. You'll see people on bicycles, e-bikes. But this is a frowned upon area for golf carts. No golf carts allowed. See, the golf carts, they need to stay over on the road. But I couldn't have planned that any better. But that's but it's really cool. It kind of just rides right here through the middle of the island, and it's a good place to go walking, jogging. Everybody likes to go to the beach and walk and jog, but this Island Greenway is a really good place to do it. It's very pretty back here. They take care of it. As you can see, this nice fence to kind of keep the wildlife away from you that might be lurking in the woods there. Grass stays cut. It's very lush and green. So this here is a pedestrian and bikes must stop at intersection sign. And this is kind of what it looks like. There's several of these here on the Island Greenway. I think there's 3. And this here is actually Ocean Boulevard crosswalk. And this here's where you will have to bring your bicycle or your scooter, whatever, you can go across the road. People are really good about, as soon as they see you approaching, they will just stop and let you go across. But if they don't seem like they want to stop for you, they do got some buttons on those poles right there that will illuminate some lights around the yellow walking signage, and then they will have to stop. It is the law to stop and let people walk across the road anyway, especially when they have those, you know, those white marks on it, you know, just showing people that is a crosswalk intersection. North Carolina, you have to stop. And we have just passed Texas Avenue. And when you pass Texas Avenue and you see these houses right here on the left, it's beautiful colors, right? That is so nice. I love that like teal and that yellow side by side. That is very, very pretty. But when you start seeing these homes right here, you know the end of the Island Greenway is just right up here. And they also have, for people who like to run or exercise or just walk, they have these little mile markers right here, these little green round signs. Like this here says 1.2 miles. That's what you have completed, you know, if you have left from the beginning at the, like the skate park area. And that there is the beginning, obviously 0.0 miles, because right here is the beginning of it. And this is called Spot Lane that runs right down here from the backside. And look at this big pretty sign they got here. I don't ever remember this in the past. I've not been back here in quite some time, but that is a beautiful sign. Wooden sign, routed out. It says the Island Greenway, established in 2019, Carolina Beach. Okay, so I'm continuing on. I have left the Greenway now, and this here is Alabama Avenue that I'm headed down right now. As you see, some people are headed over to the beach right here on my right. And I gotta say, this is a lot smoother riding down this road this time than it was last time I ventured down through here. You can see this new blacktop they got going on is really nice. Man, last time I was riding out there with my wife, it was like being on a motocross track. It was like whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. It was like bouncing all over the place. Wow, look at this mansion right here on the corner of Swordfish Lane and Alabama Avenue. This place is beautiful. Double car garage. I mean, this place is awesome. I bet that cost a pretty penny. All right, I've made my way down here to the end of Alabama Ave. As you can see right here, welcome to Kure Beach. This is where you spill out into. Once you finish the Greenway, you drive to the end of Alabama Avenue. Right here is the new improved Oceaneer Motel. You got the Pelican Watch, which is right next door. Big condominium right there that's getting a lot of love and TLC right now. And if we go in this direction, as you see right there is the Kure Beach city limit marker or line, sign, whatnot. That will take you down to Kure Beach Pier, etc. But it is really, really busy today. So I think I'm going to kind of keep to the back roads for now on my scooter and not get out here on Main Lake Park Boulevard. It's busy today. Okay, I've now made my way safely down to the Kure Beach Pier, which is always a good thing. I'm glad that I opted to just drive my vehicle because one famous YouTuber used to always say, it is a real beehive of activity. And it was just that. I mean, this whole place just moments ago was swamped with beach goers. You can actually see them up there off into the distance, walking across the street over to Big Daddy's to their car where they parked. But yeah, here's a lot of movement on the roads. Big jacked up trucks, they always freak me out a little bit. Those big diesels, they like to romp it on the roads and stuff and act a little crazy every now and then. And yeah, you don't really want to be on a scooter with those guys around. Okay, I made my way out here on the pier. As you can see, it's after 5 o'clock now in the PM. A lot of people are starting to thin out and start thinking probably a little bit more about dinner time plans, not so much beach stuff. But the water temperature now is, I think, about 77 degrees, which is getting in my neck of the woods. I get in the water right now. That feels pretty good. 77, still a little cool, but at least you get used to it once you get in, and it kind of, your body adjusts pretty well at 77 degrees. And it's absolutely beautiful. Low tide right now, as you can tell, here on the beach. The water's pretty far back. You can really see the sandbar right there where the breakers are coming in, and that's where I would be if I was on my board today. I'd be right out there catching some waves, enjoying myself Yeti style. Yeah, there's definitely folks out here this evening doing a little bit of fishing. And as usual, I always like to stop out here at the end and pay my respects to the home of the Misfit sign. And unfortunately, there's no one catching anything. Nobody's reeling anything up other than empty hooks. That's about it. Even though he still has a shrimp or two on his line. But you know, one good thing about fishing is even when you're not catching anything, this is the view you get, you know? I mean, this is beautiful. Look at that out there. Is that not awesome? Okay, I'm back in the truck. Now we're going to make the commute back down toward Carolina Beach. And I want to go down there around the Boardwalk area and kind of see how the crowd is dissipating. I don't know when this music festival is going to end today, but nonetheless, we're going to go down there and kind of check it out and see what the crowd levels look like before we end today's vlog. And I finally made it down here to the Carolina Beach Lake. Oh my goodness, the traffic, it took forever. It took me almost roughly 15 minutes to go from the Kure Beach Fishing Pier because of this traffic right here we're looking at, right here on Lake Park Boulevard. The traffic is really, really brutal. And I don't know if that's because of the music festival being over, or is it just the amount of people using the crosswalks right now, but it is quite busy And I'll tell you one person or one thing that's not busy, and that is the ducks. The ducks are just kind of hanging out right here. And I've not seen our alligator friend anywhere. I actually checked when I first arrived. A lot of snapping turtles right over here around the little overhang there, but the alligator is not here today. And I've been thinking about a name. And I think I come up with a name that we're gonna name the alligator. I think we're going to call him Bert. That's his name. Don't you want to know why I'm going to call him Bert? I'm going to call him Bert because I was a Burt Reynolds fan. My dad was a big Burt Reynolds fan. And I remember he used to be in a movie. And in the movie, his name was Gator. I think it was a movie called White Lightning. It's a really long time ago. All right, so just for fun, I did look up the Burt Reynolds movie that I was referring to, and it was in 1973, a movie called White Lightning. And it was an original film where the moonshiner turned informant, Gator, which is Burt Reynolds' character, strikes a deal with federal agents to take down the corrupt and murderous sheriff, which the sheriff was played by Ned Beatty, who played Otis in one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, Superman, starring Christopher Reeve, 1978. Ned Beatty was funny as heck in that movie. He was so good with him and Gene Hackman. But I don't know how we ended up on a movie thing. But I do like movies. I don't get to watch them much anymore. There's a new movie out right now that my childhood come to life when I seen the trailer, and I'm really considering going watching. I think I might go watch He-Man. He-Man Masters of the Universe. I used to watch that cartoon back in the 80s. Pretty much religiously. That and Transformers was like my go-to. I loved watching that, and I cannot believe they made a movie about He-Man. So, might have to talk to the wife. She loves popcorn. She might not care about the movie, but might see if she wants to go check out He-Man. All right, look at that. We got some rides moving. I see the Ferris wheel is spinning. That's pretty cool. Wonder if the bumper boats are moving. Oh yeah, we got some bumper boats. There's a, I'm guessing that's a husband and wife out there taking out some aggression on each other. Heck yeah, man. They're doing some bumper boating. Now I want to show you something. This is really interesting. And I've heard of other people talking about this before. So sometimes in these little fair areas, when you see a ride running and there's nobody in it, they're trying to entice people to come ride it. Because from a distance, somebody is probably saying, oh, that thing's moving, let's go ride it. And so they'll go buy the ticket and come over here and actually ride it, even though there's nobody on it right now. It's just a little ploy, I think, to entice people to come ride that ride. I've heard that before. I don't know if that's really how it works, but you just seen there was nobody in that one, and that could definitely be a thing. I could see that being true. All right, I've made my way up here to the beachfront. As you can see, the music festival is over. Everything is cleared out. And looks like it was one heck of a party. Looks like cleanup is mostly done also, because look at the trash cans down there on the beach. You can see all the bags and stuff in them from the crowd earlier. If you've never seen it before, it is quite awesome, because this overhang where I'm standing right now is actually where the bands will play from. They will actually play right here and face out here, and the crowds of the people will be out here on the beach. You will see a bunch of like these canopies set up everywhere where people will be hanging out all day long, listening to music. I think it's about $35 in advance and maybe $40 a person if you come day of, if you don't buy your advance tickets. And it's like an all-day thing of music. Cool music festival. One heck of a crowd always shows up. My gosh, it is so beautiful out here today. The breeze and the shade that the Marriott makes just feels fantastic right now. It is so nice. But I do want to share a little bit about some stuff that's coming up. Recently, I just come back from Georgia from a trip. Did a lot of videos down there. I think at this moment of right now, I've released 2 of those videos. And I've also done a Hunger Games video that I filmed here in North Carolina recently. But there's like 3 more videos coming from Georgia. So if you enjoy that type of stuff, there's some more stuff coming. And I'll be honest with you, I think the videos that are still to come are the best ones. So definitely want to check that out moving forward. And one of the videos, there's 2 videos, it's like small town in Georgia's coming up. And one of the other ones is the world's largest abandoned insane asylum. And that one I shot like first thing in the morning. It was still kind of foggy. My wife was with me on that little trip. That was crazy. Can't wait for you guys to see that one. That was really neat. But as far as the future goes, in July I'm going to be headed to Florida again. Like I said, me and my wife are going to be celebrating our wedding anniversary. We always go to Florida for a wedding anniversary and stay at a different Disney resort. And last year we really did a big one and checked off the list. We stayed at the Polynesian. It's like a Hawaiian style resort. It was beautiful. We had the best time there. And then this year, we're going to be staying at the Grand Floridian, which is, if I ain't mistaken, it is the only 5-star resort on Walt Disney World property. And I'm going to be kind of a fish out of water there. I'm just a country boy, and I'm going to be walking around this pristine white. Everything's white at the Grand Floridian. So I feel like every time I walk in there, I'm gonna make something dirty. But we're gonna go check that out and experience the Grand Floridian moving forward. And I will definitely be showing that resort off in a video in some way, shape, or form. We will tie it in some way. I don't think I'm gonna do like a full-on review of it or anything, but I do want to kind of like show my room and maybe go do something that day and kind of fit it in the beginning of the vlog maybe. A lot of cool stuff to do in Florida outside of Disney property that I really enjoy. Like I like doing small towns, roadside attractions down there, and I really like anything abandoned that I can find. So, and there's some cool Elvis Presley history down there I want to cover sometime this year. Because anything I don't cover on this trip, which this will be a short one, I will be going back again in September we're taking my niece down there and we're going to do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I cannot wait to take her trick-or-treating down Main Street, USA, because she is going to get gobs of candy. It's going to be insane. I'm sure I will be vlogging that whole experience. I've done it before in the past, me and my wife, just to do it, but it's going to be different with a kid. It's going to be so much funner to watch her eyes light up as all this Halloween decoration and stuff, and it's kid friendly. It's okay. It's nothing like scary or anything, but I'm just really looking forward to seeing her eyeballs when she says trick or treat, you know. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's move back out of this area, move back down toward the boardwalk. I want to kind of check out Britt's Donuts line and the new cinnamon roll shop. See how it looks. See what's going on down there, because that is the home of the Big Fatty. A lot of people enjoying some food at Buzz Crab Shack, and right here at Sunny Days Barbecue. Look at that upstairs. It is full up there. A lot of folks out here taking in some local restaurant cuisine. And Britt's Donuts has got a nice little congregation of people down here taking in some donuts. Not too bad though. So now we're going to make our way on down the boardwalk and go check out the cinnamon roll shop. Okay, I made my way down here to the home of the Big Fatty. This is Ruts. This here is their sign, and look, they actually have a Big Fatty out here, just to give you an idea of how large that is. That is a pretty big cinnamon roll. Look at all that icing on that thing. Wow. You can definitely tell they had quite the crowd of people here earlier, because look at all these like stanchions they have along the way here, where they actually made this street only a one-way street today, where the crowds could kind of freely move out here into the parking areas here at Carolina Beach. It's like a wind tunnel right here between these two buildings. These are some of my favorite murals right here. I love the like fluorescent colors of, you know, like the jellyfish right there and this big shark. That is so cool. And Malcolm Chicken is here on this side. The Carolina Shag. I love this one too. And it's so weird. Just recently, I just realized there are actually windows right here in the mural itself from the store that's on the other side of that wall, which I think is funny. I've walked up to here so many times. I've never even paid attention to that before. All right, my friends, I think that is going to pretty much wrap it up for me today. I think I've videoed and talked to you about all I know to talk to you about today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the vlog. It's been an awesome day. Turned into a beautiful evening. It was pretty hot today, but it definitely cooled off a little bit this evening, and it feels fantastic now as I'm walking past Squiggly's ice cream shop. Plenty of people there enjoying some ice cream. I would like to enjoy some ice cream right now, but unfortunately for me, I have not had dinner quite yet, so do not want to spoil my dinner. Try to be responsible this evening since I don't have the chaperone of my wife keeping me on the straight and narrow. I just talked to her on the phone moments ago, just checking in to see how I'm doing as I'm doing the bachelor duties today. No lovely wife around. But I said, hey, I'm getting along really good. I even took a nap today, and she goes, man, I bet that was nice. I said it was. I enjoyed it. It's very quiet in the house. No kid running around, no kiddo, no wife. I just laid down on the couch and took a snooze. It was excellent. But I do miss her, and I made sure I told her that. So all that being said, friends, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I am the Hitchhiking Yeti. Y'all stay safe, and I hope to see you all again soon. I'm gonna go get some food, maybe fill up my gas tank with a little fuel. I drove a lot today. I had to go over to Southport and do some stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get a little something to eat, something healthy. And then I'm gonna call it a day and watch a little motocross racing. And that'll be that. That'll be all that. All right, back at the lake now. Thought I would throw a little piece of bonus footage in here, because the turtles, they see me walk out here, they start popping their little heads up thinking I'm gonna feed them. I actually came over here to see if Bert the alligator was roaming around, but no such luck. So recently, someone asked me how I find all these abandoned places to film here on my YouTube channel. And I told them the truth is, I miss one turn sometimes and just commit to it. And that's how I find these abandoned locations. Okay, y'all have a good day.